Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about golden rice. I would choose this topic because when I saw golden rice this topic on the paper, I imagined that golden rice is saying, "Hi, come over here." And I remember what my mom always said, organic is important. So I started curious about what is golden rice and is it good or bad. So, what is golden rice? Golden rice is the rice that have been genetically modified. The gene to make beta-carotene, which is made in carrots, is inserted into the common rice. We put beta-carotene into rice because beta-carotene makes vitamin A. And vitamin A maintains healthy body. As implied in its name, anti-dry eye vitamin, also known as vitamin A, is more important to eyes health. Genetic engineering is the process by which DNA is manipulated in a lab on a molecular level, often meaning DNA from one organism is inserted into another organism, like this process of how to make the golden rice. Dun, 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 dun. Let's start it. First, we take out genes from Daffodil and Arena bacteria. Two different kinds of genes, one for a plant phytone synthesis and a bacterial phytonin disaterase. Two kinds of genes will be inserted into a plasmid that occur inside a species of bacteria, known as agrobacterium. As they infect the embryos inside the petri dish, they also transfer the genes that encode the infrastructure for making beta-carotene. If other types of plants cannot be transferred by bacteria, then use the gene gun to insert the DNA-coded pellet into target embryo. As we learned about vitamin A is important to us, if vitamin A deficiency happens on children, most of them have immune system problems, blindness, or stunted. This picture is showing the percentage of children under 5 who are stunted from 2010 to 2016. As we can see, most of the children that is stunting are live in Southeast Asia and Africa, like the pink part what graph has shown. One of the reasons for why they stunted is caused by malnutrition. Stunting can have long-term effects on cognitive development, schoolwork, economic productivity in adulthood, and maternal reproductive results. We will focus on 4 Africa's countries: Ethiopia, Malawi, Mozambique, and Zambia, to let everyone know this important issue and prove eating golden rice can help themselves. On this graph, we can see there's lots of children under 5 are stunting or malnutrition in these poor countries, and they almost cover half of their total populations. So, their poverty have caused them can't eat enough and healthy food, or the parents heredity the genes to their children. If they start to eat golden rice, it can help them to get more vitamin A and leads them to become stronger and healthy, which is advantage to them. Not just in Africa, there still have lots of people around the world have the same situation. Although golden rice can help them become healthier, but people are concerned about the longer impact for environment and human. Because the scientists didn't have enough information to prove the experiment is safe. So, in the environment part, if we plant the genetic modified crops, there have three important things that people are concerned about it. First, the toxin may release to the soil and pests will resistant to toxin. The example is the BT corn. People take the genes that contain certain proteins toxin that destroy pests and insects from Bacillus thuringiensis, a soil bacterium, and insert it into the corn. The releasing of toxin to the soil can prevent the growth of bacteria essential for plant growth, and cause the soil becomes void of all necessary nutrients. Also, the pests will be more resistant to the toxin, and the ant that's not even helping the produce of corn but produce less corn and destroy the environment. Next, disruption of biodiversity. The better species produced from engineering genes can result to favoring of one organism. Then disrupted gene flow can lead to these genetically modified crops breed so rapidly, and it causes the crops compete with each other. Except the cons that happen in environment, second will be the cons that happen in human body. Allergies, antibiotic resistance, and cancer are the symptoms that people are concerned about. Allergies. The proteins found in a relatively for some foods cause most allergic reaction happen, like tree nuts. Even there's no evidence to prove eating genetically modified food will cause an allergies reaction happen, but there's still some people are afraid it will happen. Antibiotic resistance. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, there's more than 2 million people die because of antibiotic-resistant germs infect them in each year. Because the scientists often use antibiotic-resistant genes in the genetic engineering process, so some people think this reason will lead them to die. Last, cancer. In 2013, the journal Food and Chemical Toxicology got a paper that linked the herbicide Roundup and Roundup-tolerant genetically modified corn to cancer and premature death rates. They found the researchers of this experiment have used too many rats. The specific strain from rats was prone them to cancer, and the unsure result. Although this event still needs study and finding evidence to prove it's true or not, but this news makes people start to refuse the genetically modified organism. Hope you guys will like my video. Thank you.